Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the activity types. So what are the activity types? So activity types are the activities we perform like machine activity, labor activity, setup activity. So multiple types of activities we perform in our production department. So to allocate the cost of activity, we have to create the activity types, and then we assign the activity types in the routing or master recipe, and we assign the cost. So we allocate the cost of activities to the finished good. So like we are going to see one example, like our company is going to prepare the chair. So we will receive the raw material from vendor, and we cut the raw material of wood and convert into layers. So this the layers are our semi-finished goods, and then we assemble the layers and create one chair. So this is the whole process of production. So the prices are going to calculate, like our raw material price is the purchase price we pay to our vendor, so that is the purchase price. And the semi-finished good price, if we want to evaluate the semi-finished good, so the price of semi-finished good is equivalent to the raw material price plus the cutting activity we perform on the raw material. So then we are going to prepare the finished good. So the price of finished good is calculated by accumulating the semi-finished good price plus the assembly activity we perform on the layers to create the chair. So the activities are going to assign in routing or master recipe. So routing is used while we are going to use the production order, and master recipe is used when we are going to use the process order. So process order is used in process industry, while the production order is used when we are going to use the discrete manufacturing process. So there multiple types of activity type categories are available in the system. So one is direct and another one is indirect. So direct is used when we have control over the process, like we are going to produce our finished good, and we are going to assign the finished labor activity. So activity is assigned to the production order, so that is our control, and we are going to we are going to perform the entry of labor activity hours in the system, and the allocation will be manual and the entry will be also the manual. So I'm going to use one activity type category. So activity type 4 category is used when our entry is manual, but we are not allocating the cost of that activity, like labor idle activity time. So we are going to record the idle activity time but not allocating the cost. So indirect activities are not in our control, like in the sale order costing. When we receive the sale order, then we are going to start the packing process. So for that case we are going to use indirect activities. So activity type 3 is used for that case, and 2 is also used for that case, like we will start packing once the production order will complete. So that is also not in our control. So let's go into price indicator. So price indicator is used to specify how the price of activity type will be calculated. So either we are going to calculate the activity type price manually or system calculated. So manually we are going to assign and upload the price of the activity in the system, but when we are going to use the system calculated, so there are two types of system calculated price indicators are used. One is based on activity units and another one is based on capacity. So this is the whole process. So let's go in the system and create the activity type. So for this I am going to accounting, controlling, cost center accounting, master data. So in the master data there is one head activity type. I'm going to create one activity type, and the T code is KL01. So my controlling area is 1214. I'm going to create 101. So we can use external number range for creation of activity types. So date is 01. So I'm going to create the machine activity, and the activity unit is hour. So multiple units are available, we can use as per our requirement. I am going to use the hour. So the machine activity is calculated in hours. So here we are going to assign the cost center categories. So if I assign the production cost center category, so only the production related cost center cost will flow to this activity type. So I am going to use the all cost center categories, and activity type category we have already discussed. So I'm going to use one, and here we are going to assign the cost element. So this is the secondary cost element we have already created. So I'm going to use the machine activity. We can also see this cost element in FS00. So this is our machine activity cost element. Here you can see this is secondary cost element, and the category is 43, which we have assigned here. So all the 43 cost element categories will displayed here only. So basically it is used for the calculation of direct overheads. So I'm going to use the plan price automatically based on activity. So here you can see four options available. So if we are going to use indirect determination, so we have to check these options. And if our price remains same for the whole year, we have to check this option. And if our activity price also contain fixed and variable, so fixed remain the same and variable depends on the unit we produce. Like in our monthly utility bills, we can see that there is also one fixed price and variable price. So fixed price remain the same, but the variable price depends on the units we consume. So if that is the case for our activity price, we have to check this option. So this variance calculation, so these are the options already discussed. So it is manual entry, manual allocation. If we leave it blank, system will pick the activity type category we have assigned above. So I am going to leave it blank. So actual price indicator is also depends on the activity. Actual price automatically based on activity. So here we are going to log indicator is available. If we want to log this activity type, we can check this option. Output type is used if output is hours. So here we are going to maintain the history, like who is the user who is going to create this. So save this. So our activity type is now created. So I have created one. I can also create another one by copying this, and I'm going to assign this number 2. So this is for labor. So you can see system automatically picks the all the fields from the other activity type which I assigned in the copying function. So I'm going to use labor activity, and the cost element is different, so I choose the labor activity. So like this we can copy this. So you can see we have created two activity types, and now I'm going to use these activity types in multiple other scenarios. Like when we are going to create the routing, we will assign this activity type in the version. So version will check to produce the finished good which activities are we are going to perform on the raw materials to produce any finished good. So go back and create the activity type group. Let's go and create. So KLH1 is used to create the activity type group. I'm going to create all activity types, and I'm going to assign the activity types 101, 102. So like this we can create all the activity type groups. So here we can also create subgroup. Like I'm going to create labor activity group. So labor activity type. So what I am going to do, I am going to assign this to the labor activity type group, assign at lower level. I'm going to also create another group, machine activity type. Select this and assign to this group. So like this we can also create groups in one group as well. So this is the way we can create the activity types group. And now I'm going to assign these activity types to the routing. So in the next video we will see how to create routing and where we are going to assign and use these activity types. First we are going to calculate the plan activity type price and then the actual activity price as well. So thank you for watching.